Good morning. Welcome back to Cold Waters. I'm Captain Numpty, and here's me boat. Or I guess I'm David Steele, here's me boat, but either way. Well, I am going to share today a mission. I have no idea what's going to happen. But I'm lying in wait, using the stock Cold Waters game. I'm lying in wait for a submarine, I believe, is carrying these Spetsnaz commandos on the way to Narvik. Let's go ahead and switch back to the game. Yeah, I think to the northeast of me is this submarine. Yeah, hopefully I'm going to intercept. Yes, I am. Okay, right. Let's see what's going to happen in this battle. This could be interesting for a couple of reasons. One, these commando carrying submarines are rarely not escorted, and number two, they're usually operating as quietly as they can. So it's going to be a little hard to detect. We may have to get aggressive with active sonar. Let's go ahead and jump to the battle.
Sonar, new contact bearing 105. Designated Sierra 1.
Now that's a little...
Sonar, new contact bearing 147. Come right to 116. Helm I.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, I'm going to try not to talk over the crew.
Con, dive at 4-5 feet, dive by.
I'm going to pop the surface sensors up. I want to just take a look around, because maybe one of these, or two of these, or possibly all three of them are merchants or trawlers.
Con sonar, master 2 is classified as merchant. Come right to 114. Helm I.
That answers that then. Right. Guess we'll get everything down. Drop my depth, so I don't know what this is right now. It's probably a diesel electric, but I may be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. I mean, that looks like a foxtrot.
Con sonar, Sierra 1. Con, helm, steady course.
Okay, 920 feet.
Passing 100 feet.
Okay, well, oh, he's sitting right on the duct. Okay. It's a moderate dart and a weak layer, so if he slips below it, we should still be able to detect him. It's not the strongest duct around, and that's good. And he looks like he's transiting west-southwest, which I would expect, given that Narvik is also west-southwest. We can't see it on
200 feet.
Can't see it on the map here. I'll get my depth to 300 feet. I want to be about the same depth as he is.
Depth 300 feet, dive by.
Let's turn a little bit further south. I'd like to try and intercept this guy. Can you hear me? No, not right now. Be nice if that doesn't change.
Come right to 166. Helm I.
Okay. So I'm getting my depth to be about the same as his right now. There we go. That gives my torpedoes the best chance of intercepting or of detecting him. And second, I want to sort of sneak in. Now I'm in a skipjack, so not exactly the quietest boat.
Dive at 300 feet, dive by.
But we're in the middle of a campaign, and my crew is fairly experienced, and that will make a difference. Well, I'm assuming it does in the stock game. I guess we'll find out. Now, we estimate he's 19,000 yards away, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here.
Con, helm, steady course.
And I'll come back when there's something a bit more interesting going on, like we've got a bit of a better acquisition on him. Be back. Okay, so he dropped below the layer. He dropped up about the 500 feet point depth. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, maybe 450, give or take. And he's most definitely on a west-southwest course. So right now, my intention, I could sneak in behind this guy, and I may well end up doing that. Or I could just attack him from his front quarter. If I attack him from his front quarter, he's most definitely going to hear me. But there's nothing that I've detected behind me that's going to catch his torpedo if I manage to get out of the way. I'm pretty certain that I could get him from this range. I'm waiting for the solution to get a little better. It's about to get 80%. It should give me a much better fix on his location. Any second now. So I'm still showing he's 14,500 yards away. Let's zoom in a little bit. So the intention here is, assuming he is really at this location, we are... Well, let's take a look. Are we gonna... Can't detect him. But I'll have to go on the bearings. So if his bearing ends up reducing, that means he's moving... I'm moving quicker than he is, rather relative to the interception point. If his bearing is increasing, so if the number's getting bigger, it's heading more towards the south as opposed to towards the north, then that means that he's going to pull out in front of me, and that's really what I want. So let's see, his bearing is 109 right now. And of course I can adjust this, I can change my course. That's often a good technique. I can also change my speed. He's getting close to being able to detect me, so I don't want to change my speed right now. Changing my course might present my screws further. Or if I change my course and present my screws a bit more to him, that's not always a good thing either. So right now, his sound he gets from me is something like this. He can detect all the sound coming off those screws. Point my nose directly at him. He gets this. He doesn't get the screws. Now, of course, side on, you also get the screws, and tail on. That's pretty much what you get. So it may be advantageous to point my nose directly at him. He's then gonna... Oh, you see something else as well. He's also changed his course. He's now heading more west. In fact, he most definitely has changed his course. He may be doing a Crazy Ivan. A Crazy Ivan is when he basically checks his baffles. I think it was made very popular by the movie Hunt for Red October. Well, yeah, and see how when he points his nose a bit more towards him, my solution drops, and that's because I've got less of his screw being audible, less of his propeller. So, yeah, now he may be he's turning back now. More of a screw is being presented, and the solution's gone up to 73%. But he's still bearing 609, which means potentially we're going to collide. We won't be colliding because I'll change my depth or do something to avoid him. There we go. So he really is 13,000 yards. And he's changing his course. He's heading further south. I don't think he's going to be turning away from me. That would present his baffles to me, and gives me a good sound signature on him. He's 9,000 yards away, my bad. And may also mean that I can throw a torpedo at him without him detecting me. So, that's number one. Great. Number two is he being escorted? Is there something else out there that we can't detect? And maybe has detected me, maybe, if it's behind me, or most certainly has a chance of detecting me if I were to launch on this guy. So, yeah, I'm not going to change my course right now. He is making a bit more noise. I think he's checking his baffles. Can we even see him from here? No, I don't think so. It's still a little... it's kind of far. Right, I'm going to accelerate time. Seems to be fairly safe to do so right now. Right, so see how his bearing is now 112, 113, so he is going to slip out in front of me, and that's perfect. That's what I want. Okay, now he's dropped his speed. It's like he can hear what I'm saying. And he's turning more south, okay. His detection's gone up a little bit, turning a bit more towards me. I imagine his detection on the right-hand side, yeah, and as he turns more towards me, very interesting, my solution drops very quickly. Now it's coming right at me. My indecision is fine. I'm pretty confident I can take this guy out. He's getting a lot closer though. Okay, Not very happy about that. It's coming right at me. I think he's going to turn away now, but he's getting close to being able to detect me, so I'm going to point my nose at him. Right now he's got 6 decibels on his passive sensor. I point my nose more towards him.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 2, last bearing 146. Contact faded.
Should see that drop a little bit. It hasn't so far, it's up to 7. I think I saw it go at 8 a few seconds ago. And he's getting pretty close. Okay, that's just about pointing my nose at him. He's right on the nose. Oh, okay. And he's right on the nose. So it went down to 5. Okay, it's helped a little bit. But hey, 5 up to 6. The important thing here is at 10, it's likely he can detect me. He's bumped up his speed. I don't think he really knows I'm here. He's just being extra cautious. Which I don't blame him. There he is. See him in the distance? See if we can view him. Yeah. Okay. You can see he's turning again. So let me see. Do I want to... So here, I think I want to stay on the same course. He's going to be slipping further south. That's fine. I'm going to end up turning more towards him as he gets past me, because I really think I want to fire this guy's baffles. The quality of his equipment is not fantastic. It's set 65s, pretty short range sensor, no wire guided. But any torpedo could sink me. Depth charge could sink me. Heck, a hand grenade tossed out from a passing helicopter could sink me. This thing is feels kind of fragile. Alright. Let's accelerate time a little bit. Let's see what happens. Up to 13 knots. Did he get spooked? I don't think so. Oh, okay. That's never a good sign. When he pings me and he drops his speed, he can detect me. So I'm gonna go.
Come left to 043 Helm
Wait.
I.
You've got a big profile on me.
Launch
Yep.
transient from Sierra 1.
There's my surprise face. I'm gonna launch at you now. You've launched at me. You probably only have 3 torpedoes. Yeah, let's get mine out. Why did I delay?
Con
Not really.
sonar, launch transient from
Second
Sierra
one goes.
Make turns for
And
5 knots.
making mine active immediately because
Come left to 040 Helm I.
it runs faster. Got my speed up to 15 knots.
Passing 600 feet.
That ensures I can
Con helm, steady course.
be interrupted by the crew the whole time. That ensures that I keep the wire, which I may need. He's probably going to turn away. He knows where I am.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go, we've acquired him. So theoretically, I don't necessarily need to keep the wire right now. But I'm close enough that that Mark 48 could turn around and go for me.
Passing 700 feet.
And that's never fun. I don't like being chased by my own torpedo, because my own torpedo is better than
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 136.
better than the bad guys. Right now, my torpedo is going to divert, turning hard to port and then back hard to starboard. Okay, he's running. Sensible chap.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
I'm gonna worry. I'm actually gonna help the torpedo hit us by manually guiding it. So I got to get at least a square away from when this thing goes active, and I'm only a square and a half right now.
Con, fire control.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 140.
Yeah, you do right to be aggressive there with your noisemaker. Okay, I am gonna crank it up to 20 knots. Yep,
Make
lost the
turns
wire
for
immediately.
2. Make turns for 30 knots.
So because I lost the wire up to 30 knots, let's go. I don't know if it's gonna detect me. I would suspect it would, but yep, it's just gone active. Okay, so moment of truth. Let's turn away from it. I think I'm going to be okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 148. Contact is in the baffles.
So I've turned away from it. I'm heading north, pretty much out the way.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 150.
It turns towards me now. This is the closest it's going to be, about 1400, 1500 yards. But it's traveling quicker than me, so I've got to get a bit more distance. Had I stayed where I was, it may well have picked me up. Right, I think I'm good now. I'm going to produce a knuckle and turn
Con, knuckle formed.
pretty much east-southeast.
Con,
So-
target room, tube 1 ready.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
I'm going to...
Con sonar lost contact.
Got him. Okay.
Sierra 1, last bearing 154. Contact breaking up.
You may not have heard that, but I just announced that I've got him. Great. So that's number one dealt with, and I've got a trick here. Click on it several times. There we go. And he's sinking. He's possibly going to implode. Right, there's me in the background. There's me in the corner. Kind of feel bad for, well, let's face it, you feel bad for every victim in war. Those Spetsnaz commanders had a mission to do, and the submarine commander's mission, he failed his mission.
Making turns for 5 knots.
They could have gotten out at the depth that they were at, but it's not as likely as if you're at 300 feet. Right, well that just about wraps up today's video. Very short, brief engagement. Yeah, I got detected by the Foxtrot, which I didn't need to let happen. In the interest of making the video a bit more interesting, I most definitely got closer to this guy. But yeah, right now, I don't think there's anything else. You know, let's just ping just in case.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
There's a loud sonar. We'll give it 3 pings. Do we detect anything? Second ping? Nothing. Well, it may be
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
that in the campaign the Russians are not doing as well as I was thinking. So this boat doesn't appear to have had an escort, or it wasn't my primary contact, my primary target. So yeah, like I say, this just about concludes today's video. I guess all that remains now is the shot of the skipjack going under the camera. Thanks ever so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.